Good day everyone, I'm Ponto, one of the member of the Group G. I will discussing about the school-based program. The school-based program is an aim to reinforce what is learned through company-based training and to ensure that the students acquire knowledge, competence, and skills which are relevant to the occupation and occupational mobility. Number 1, content enhancement. It is a wide range of techniques can be employed by teachers to enhance the order in implementation of the curriculum. Content is such a way so learners may have successful access, interaction, comprehension, and retention of information. This content enhancement helps students engage in the critical skills of higher order in reasoning required by state standards. The content enhancement instructional method or uses power teaching device to organize and present curriculum content in understandable and easy to learn manner. Teachers carry out instructions in partnership with students in a way that maintains the integrity of the content while meeting both group and individual needs. A mnemonic strategy is an instructional strategy designed to help students to improve their memory of important information. This technique connects you learning to prior knowledge through the use of visual and or acoustic. The basic types of mnemonic strategy really on the use of keywords, rhyming words, or acronyms. The three mnemonics strategy. Keywords techniques. Students are taught how to transfer unfamiliar words or familiar words. Number 2, figures techniques. Students learn to associate numbers of familiar rhyme words. Number 3, letters techniques. One can use acronyms or acrostic. Letter B, graphic organizer, is a visual and graphic display to depict the relationship between facts, term, in, or idea, which is a learning task. Graphic organizer are also sometimes referred to as knowledge maps, concept maps, story maps, cognitive organizer, advanced organizer, or concept diagrams. Letter C, note-taking strategies. Note-taking forces you to pay attention and helps you focus in class or while reading a textbook. The students learn to organize the information they hear and see. Strategy note-taking is clue that help the learners in organizing information and combining prior knowledge, and guided notes is to provide specific question or vocabulary words. Number 2, cognitive training strategy. This is the techniques that help to exercise or train the way the brain learners. It will enhance the thought patterns and promote faster and more efficient learning. And it will help also the students learner disability because it is teacher self-initiative and provides a strategy for learning. A self-instruction. The students are required to verbalize or talk aloud themselves prior and during the time they perform the task. Self-instruction strategy can help a student perform difficult tasks, cue them to employ a strategy, or help them remember the steps in the task. Self-instruction can also work on motivational processes and help students deal with the stressful situation. Letter B, self-monitoring. The students required to evaluate and record behavior. This is also help in monitoring on and off task behavior. Letter C, scaffolded instruction, originated from the work of Lev Vygotsky, 1896 and 1934. It is an approach wherein the teachers assist or guide the students to master and learning goals. It is a teacher method that involves gradually shedding the instructor's assistance as students increase their understanding. Letter D. Reciprocal teaching was developed by Ernst Carr and Brown in 1986. This was established in order to address the problem or some learners who have difficulty in decoding and comprehending text presented to them. Refers to the instructional activity in which students become the teacher in small group reading session. Teachers model then help students learn to guide group discussion using four strategies: summarizing, question generating, clarifying, and predicting. Number 3. Direct instruction. It was developed by Sigrid Engelmann. This approach was to focus on the academics. Direct instruction is clear, direct, and specific teaching, wherein the teacher helps the learners to link between knowledge application. It was also referred to number 1. Instructional approaches that are structured, sequenced, and led by teachers and or. Number 2. Presentation of academic content students by teachers, such as in a lecture or demonstration. In order to words, teachers are directing the instructional processes or instruction is being directed at the students. Other practical teaching techniques. Number 1. Focusing problems. A. Remove the unnecessary materials on the top of the text. B. The blackboard should be free from the irrelevant information. C. Stand close to the child from the students who make by distracting. Number 2. Memory problems. Number 1. Piece of instruction and the lesson carefully to ensure that clarify of the lesson. B. Use plenty of example and props to make the narrative situation more vivid in their mind. C. Use straightforward instruction and should be presented one at a time. D. Give short but frequent writing tasks and gradually lighten then has the students begin the task. Letter E. Guide the child to use the highlighter pen to underline important facts in the material reads. F. Use a peer assistance. G. Allow the child to use the dictionaries or multiplication table. H. Encourages students to ask the question during or after class. I. Ask question and let the child describe his understanding of the question being asked and him. Number 3. Test inconsistency. A. Allow for automated testing. B. Add more variety to tasks. C. Give typewritten test paper. D. Allow extra time for responses. Letter E. Give credited attempted responses. Letter F. Underline or highlight keywords and test direction. G. Allow the student to submit complex homework due in 2 or 3 days rather than the next day. Letter H. Give individual conference to guide students with learning disabilities to monitor progress and understanding of the assignment and for the course content. Letter I. Check the students' work as soon as possible to allow immediate feedback. Number 4. Handwriting. A. Model good penmanship. B. Encourage he use for words professor. C. Allow to use the type recorder for lecturers. Letter D. Reduce written words and increase our oral responses. Letter E. Allow the use of one rolled paper or graphic paper. Letter F. Give activities to strengthen to the child fine motor skills. Letter G. Allow use for print or cursive, whichever is more comfortable. Letter H. Encourage to proper keep postures and paper positioning for writing. Letter I. Give writing warm-up exercise, such as playing with day using scissors or tearing paper.